Welcome to the Shut the Funk Up podcast. I am the well-fed boy, and as always, I am delighted to be joined by
Jaylet the Kid. What it do?
How's everyone doing out there? Another splendid week of the Shut the Funk Up podcast, episode 140.
Hey,
love when those numbers go up. We got another fun one for you. Jordan and I we had a big weekend last weekend. We hung out
two
times, which is big for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Both of them were good.
Yep.
I was scratching the surface of being a ladies' man with Jordan's sister. He was being a good brother, but also being a good friend. I'll say that.
I like to toe the line.
You did do that. It was a lot of fun to watch, to have fun with you on that front.
The last thing I did as I pulled away from the get-together Friday, as he was going to drive her, Allison and her friend over to where they were going to eat because it was by his house, I did the thing where I point to my own two eyes, and then I just pointed those two fingers right at him to let him know. I got my eye on you, bud.
Allison was not giving the alley-oop for me for the friend.
I told her the next day.
What was up with that?
I go, you're supposed to be the point guard. You take the ball up the court, you're supposed to pass that off for the assist, John Stockton. That's your job.
Nothing to do with it. I was getting substituted out every single time the A team was coming in. I even said something to her the next day. I was like, yo, and she was like, nah, man. She's too young for you. I'm like, what? How old is she? She's like 27. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here?
You don't get to make that choice, Al.
Yeah. I was like, not cool. Not cool.
Not cool.
But we did have a good weekend. Highlight of the weekend, the kite?
Absolutely.
Tell them about this.
I would love to say the highlight of the weekend was my beautiful, beautiful child's first birthday. But a invitee, well, first off, we said no presents.
Yes.
That was explicitly written on the invite. So I was very interested to see what the... I didn't really care how many presents or cards or anything we got, but I was interested to see what that ratio was going to be.
I didn't even... Were there presents?
Oh, yeah. But I will say, very surprisingly, people followed directions.
You get some cash?
We got some... We said, if you're going to do anything, give us a card with something for her, hook her up for the future, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it was like 80-20 cards.
20 presents.
Like actual gifts, yeah.
Oh. Those probably came from the old school people or something, right?
Yeah, but one of them... Shout out to Donna. Absolute banger of a gift. Brought the Monarch Butterfly kite.
She brought a kite to your daughter's birthday, and it was everything. Everyone latched onto it.
A crowd gathered.
I turned to Jordan. I said, "Let's go. We need to fly that."
Now, I will say this. If there's anyone I want to have out there in the battlefield with me to get a kite going, it's you, bud.
It actually did turn out to be a good team, like tandem there that we had there, because I had, the leverage with the height, with catching it, and then the new flight technology too on the.
Oh yeah,
have you seen that before?
Absolutely not.
I've never seen explain to them this technology on these new kites.
305-741-2371. Let us know even the last time you actively flew a kite.
This was fun too.
It had like a spool on a fishing rod, but it was turned sideways laterally so that it would just peel off up into the sky. And I got to tell you, when you were like, yo, let's do this.
Yeah.
I was outwardly confident.
Yes.
But I hadn't, I hadn't put the jersey back on as far as kite flying goes in a hot 20.
It was men's league kite flying.
Yeah, but you and I, we got it up.
Dude,
we got it flying.
We got it flying. It was so cool. It was a perfect day for a flight or for a kite. And everybody else was also into it. Everyone came out to the field and was just like, dude.
Yeah, that was absolutely the highlight of the weekend. Sorry, Lucy.
I couldn't stop thinking about the kite like days after I wanted to buy one, but I was just like, what are you, Alex? Are you really going to make this purchase?
I unpacked it from the car and was like putting it in the garage, and I was doing I was looking at it and I was like, I really don't want this to be the last time I see you for another 20. I really hope that we get to see each other again soon.
Yes.
Like, if we go to the beach, do you just bring it? Like, just in case it's kind of howling out there, you get it going, and then you just, like, hook it up to the beach chair?
Yeah.
Right? Is that the vibes that we need to start putting out?
We need to do it like, like Eastern, like European festival vibes where everyone just, like, has, like, things in the air. And that's how you find people. I don't know if you've ever seen these festivals.
Oh, absolutely.
They all have, like, poles and things on the end of it, and that's how you find your friends.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Like, oh, no, Jordan's over there. I see him.
I actually think that's, like, a brilliant idea. So I'm in a park, but I didn't tell you where in the park I was. Whenever we get together, we just put a kite up, and from, 300 feet up in the air, you're seeing me from, like, a mile away.
That's what we just do for your daughter's birthday. For each birthday, you just fly the kite. That's how I know where to go. You give me, like, a vicinity of about...
Northwest.
Right. Yeah.
Find me.
It's between these blocks.
Yeah.
And then I find you.
Yes.
We'll
but it was electric.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I've got... we also got a big week coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to see Ari Spears.
You're going Airy there?
Aries?
Ari?
Aries.
Aries with an S?
Krongbin Aries.
You're Krongbending me.
This is a Krongbin situation. It's definitely Aries.
Aries Spears.
Aries Spears. If you say, hey, Aries, he'll know. He'll be like, you won't say, what the fuck did you say? No.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow him. Podcasted with him. It's Aries.
Okay.
Because on his Instagram, because he says it, every one of his Instagram, if you go to his Instagram, if he isn't like posting crowd work, it's always him like commenting on some type of situation that's going on in the news, and he always goes, and he always has the navy blue New York Yankees hat on to the side, and he always goes, "What's up? It's your boy Aries Spears here." And
yeah, that's the key. You always have to make the person. I like it as a game of making them say their name without you knowing that you were just trying to get them to say their name.
Yeah.
But that's the second best thing right there of like, you get to hear what they say and then you're like, confirmed. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So it's definitely Aries Spears. We're seeing him Friday. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a goodie.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I did where I just didn't know where to kind of like notch my expectations for this. So I don't know like how big he is even more. To me, he was like Mad TV, right? Like he was on Mad TV for a minute,
and then that's like I kind of was claiming fan, but he's like a big he was like comic.
But I mean, black comedy in general, like we both just have a shared love for that. Like so I think that it would be like above any other solid like member of society where I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I follow him, so I expect it to be very good. He's still got it, but the one thing that I'm personally very excited to see is because it's at Parker Playhouse.
Yes,
which for the audience, the listeners out there, predominantly white side of town and or venue.
When we went to go see Tab Benoit there,
right,
we were the youngest people there. And it was essentially 50 and 60-year-old white people. Yeah,
they only really book white acts, and like the venue is a place where it's one of those places where they sell like yearly passes to where like you just pay $500 and you can go to every show that comes here type of situation.
Ooh,
I am kind of like expecting a mix of like not us just being the only white people there, like a mix of some white people in there and probably some white people that have that annual pass and they're sitting close, and he just starts ripping on them when he does crowd work.
Ooh, I would like that.
Cause yeah, so would I. So I think it's gonna be good.
How respectable. Now I am going to, of course, you. So I think Alex purchased these tickets as he for my birthday,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
and that was currently during JuiceGate, so I couldn't see him.
This is my makeup.
And this was the
makeup.
This is the extension of the Olive brand.
Yeah, I said I'd make good on it. Yeah.
So now my question to you is, how good are these seats?
Not good.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna surprise you when we got there, but if I remember correctly, it was one of those situations where sitting where I wanted for us to sit compared to where our seats are, it was just like a vast difference in money.
Would these tickets have fallen into the moderately priced, if you win the Deadpool amount of money, Carly, pick a goddamn person?
Oh, our tickets? Yes. I think ours were like $45 or something like that.
Perfect.
Where I wanted us to sit, I think it was like 80 plus fees, and I was like, sorry, Jordan.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, and it's a small place, so I was like, we're good. He's right there. We'll be all right.
No, and that place doesn't fill up. We can like.
I thought the same thing. I was like, I feel like we'll be moving around.
Yeah. Okay.
So that Airy Spirit is gonna be. I can't wait to check. I think it's gonna be. I can't wait to see if there's gonna be a bunch of old white people there.
So that's the tension. That's the breaking point you're looking for. You're hoping there's some right up front, and then he goes into crowd work and just rips them.
Yeah, because that's another reason too why I didn't go up front. Because I don't know if I've ever told you this or I've said on the pod before. I'm a big comedy fan, as you know, and I go to a ton of shows now.
You do.
I do not like to be anywhere close to the front to where he can call on.
You don't even want there to be a chance.
You would think that I would like that. You think that would be on brand for me.
This is the Benton, I'm zagging when I'm supposed to zig. Because you would think that's what Alex would want, but then he knows that, so he goes, no, I don't want that.
And it's not because of I don't want to get made fun of, or I think I don't know. I don't. It's not because I don't think I would get made fun of or anything. It's the only reason why is because I know if he calls whoever it would be, I would get so excited, and I would turn into fucking I would turn the switch on mode of talking. I'll be talking too much.
You think that's gonna start the chirping?
And then I'll be talking too much, and then he'd be like, "Well," and then I would get embarrassed, and that's why I avoid that situation, because I don't want the embarrassment of me trying to do too much, because I will go straight into DTM mode like that. If someone's calling me, I'm like, "Ooh, I want to be part of the limelight."
That's not the part of what you play, though.
So I don't. So I do not like to be anywhere.
So we're
close.
not within cooking. We're not within cooking range.
We are. I think our back. I think our asses and back are leaning up against the mixer, the stage,
Perfect.
the sound engineer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Word.
Yeah.
So that's Friday.
Yeah, that's Friday. So that'll be fun. We'll report back on that. But let's get into the episode here, and please tell me you enjoyed the Buzzcocks.
Let me just this is what I wrote down, and you tell me, because we did, or you played it a little bit right at the end of episode 139, I believe, and I was like, I like that. And what I wrote down was these couple things, and this is how I would describe the Buzzcocks.
Okay.
Diet punk, punk light, fat-free punk, free-range organic non-GMO punk.
Punk Zero?
Punk Zero.
Okay.
But in the sense that it totally, I loved it because it was the rock and roll punk mixture that still gets me going and that I can get into without it going too punk where I'm like, you lost me.
Yeah.
And because it's the early phase of that, which then the other versions of punk kind of all came from, it totally worked for me. So I enjoyed the entire playlist.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that. If you were to come in here and be like,
I'm honestly surprised that I didn't know more about them, because even on Spotify they had over 1 million monthly listeners.
yeah, they're kind of one of those bands. I think they're just one of those because they were. I mean, what was it? 3 years when we did. I think there was like 3 years and they were done.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad you did that because there was a part of me I was like, if he does, because every once in a while you do the Jordan. When I asked about the Peacock, last week's Peacock, you'll do the Jordan, meh, and those kill me. Those kill me depending on who it is. And if you were to do it for them, I was going to be like, okay,
that's on me. Not
yeah, I didn't know.
It's nothing that you did.
Like just tip the table over. All right, so that's good. With this week's weekly ear candy, I'll do mine here first because Jordan was a little late to add his. So if you're watching on YouTube, you won't see or hear his, but I will make sure in the edit for the audio on Spotify or Apple or wherever, I will add it there. So,
yeah, and I'm going to tell you about it too.
Yeah.
When it's time to pop off.
And actually, very quickly before I forget, because I wanted to do this in the janitor's closet, I did figure out when we run into copyright issues on YouTube.
Yeah.
Remember how we got blocked?
Yeah, there was a little beef.
Yeah, I did figure out that YouTube does block you, but then YouTube is so smart and stuff that they have this thing where they will just trim that part out. So they'll just be like, hey, you want us to trim it out so you can still post it? So yeah, so if you guys are watching on YouTube and you get to the parts where we're talking about music and clearly we played a song and it looks weird and it's a weird edit and it cuts to like, you don't hear any of the music and just us talking about it after, it's because I had to do a little trim jobby for it to get posted. That's so little good news, little bad news.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So and it's looking like we'll probably have to trim each episode because Damian Marley, I trimmed that one and posted it. Was able to post that one, and then last week's Buzzcocks we got hit for Trans DF Express.
Really?
The instrumental part, though, was so crazy.
Wow.
And then when I trimmed
Upset of the week.
it wasn't
March
even
Madness.
the lyrics. It was like, it said, like, the instrumental of this is what's getting triggered. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then it was even cooler was when I did trim it, YouTube was like, all right, you're good to go, but you're blocked in some countries. You want to see what countries you're blocked in?
Please tell me you took a look at that.
I was like, absolutely. And would you like to take a little guess? You're very close with the Angola off the rip. Both of them are wildly different from each other, but there were two.
So was it near?
One was an African country.
Okay.
Angola's in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's up north. Wait, so there was African?
One was an African country, and then I'll let you guess.
Republic of Congo.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Where was the other one?
And then the other one was Russia.
Well,
that one checks out.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Congo?
Yeah, I was like, oh, the vibes.
But all right.
So that was actually funny. So everyone else, can enjoy Trans DF Express, but Russia and Congo you can't.
No, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, you can't. So sorry.
Russia, figure out this war situation, then maybe we'll give you Trans DF Express back.
Yeah, do you want Trans DF? Do you want to end the war?
We
Put
are
some
willing.
Dungeon Family.
We will give you Dungeon Family.
Yeah,
and end it.
Yeah, we'll give you Dungeon Family. You give us back Ukraine, and that's fair. That's a fair trade.
That's the best deal you're ever gonna get, Russia.
Yeah. So this week's, I'll do mine first, just so it'll be easier for you to introduce yours after in editing. I've got a new band that I never heard of them. I found them actually a few weeks ago. This one's been like 3 weeks now of an ear candy for me. Ooh. And the name of the band it's a Man.
Yep.
It's Man, 2 words, which I actually really hate that band name. I don't know if you ever do that, but all the time when I'm listening to music, I'll come out and I'm just like, I'll be like super judgy, like terrible name.
Well, I think too, like if you're just gandering through someone's playlist, right, and you see a name and you're like, oh, that name, I don't like that name, you're probably not going to check that song out, right?
Well, I think I hate it. I think I do that more on songs that, like, if I like the song, but like I'm like, oh god, this song's too good for you to be called that. You know, I think it's more like that. Like, if it's just a bad name, I'm like, oh, I'm not skipping over. It's more of like, man, you made this really good song, but man, you could not come up with a very good, band name.
But does it also work in the other, like in the converse of that? So like, if they have a dope band name, does it sometimes make like the Buzzcocks? I think fall into that category. I'm like, early punk. You're called the Buzzcocks. I get it. It's working for you. I'm giving you like a little extra.
That is true. Like, there's been some times where you see like those band names where it's just called like, the Miami Funk Sound Machine. You're like, oh, this has got to be dope, and it's just you're like, dude, you wasted this great name.
Yeah, there should be like some legislation thrown through the House and Senate that basically says like, yo, if you have a dope name, like you have a certain like measuring stick to, you have metrics to hit, and if you don't, we should be able to strip you of that name. And
you've got 2 years to do something, right? And if not, like, we're gonna go into like arbitration.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
All right, so this first song is called Iguana, and it's by the band Man Man. I'm gonna fast forward it actually a little bit here. Song called Iguana. It's a good one. I had to fast forward to like a minute and a half, but it like is a real good build. It's a good travel song. Like, you put that when you hit the highway and it just like really gets going.
Right when you're like merging on.
Yeah. So check out that one. And then Jordan, what do you got for us this week? What's the late dish?
The late dish is actually something I've been bumping, and it's from a playlist where another one of the songs on the weekly Ear Candy, I think actually the first song I ever put on. I have this playlist from Puerto Rico, and I always go back to it. And like the bulk of the playlist was wifey and I sitting in this awesome bar in downtown San Juan before we were going out for a really nice meal, and the music was firing off to the point where I was absolutely pilfering every single song that came off of this playlist. And a lot of it was this kind of Cuban, like Spanish fusion, but also like these African beats and just really cool stuff. And this guy, Ebo Taylor, he has a song called Bra, and it's like from the probably late 70s. He's from like Ghana, and he's got some awesome kind of like, I don't know if it would be like soft Afro rock. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's awesome. It's very retro sounding, and it's just great outdoor music. Check it out. I think you're really going to like it if you've never heard of Ebo Taylor.
I feel like Ebo Taylor sounded familiar when you first said it, but if you're watching on YouTube, you're not going to get it. But if you're listening on Spotify, the audio version, or Apple Music, here's the song.
Bang.
And we're back.
Hey,
that is a banger,
right?
That is a banger. I
told you.
Yeah. Ebo Taylor sounds familiar, but play a little bit. Play a little bit so I can hear it. Because now I want a little touch.
Okay, I got you.
If you've got it handy. Okay. All right. Not what I was expecting, because the only reason I wanted a little bit was because I was thinking Ebo Taylor was bluesy, but yeah, that's not. Yeah.
But it's really good. I think you'll like it, and I bet you might even do a very soft dig.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Okay. Let's keep the ball rolling here with what did you learn this week, Jordan? What did you learn this week?
What I learned this week, I had like a very one lined up for you.
Oh, did you find one?
And I feel like I kind of, March Madness, I think I hit a buzzer beater.
Okay.
So late this afternoon, I found this, and I said, this one, I touched the right arm, and I said, let's bring in the reliever right now.
Okay.
So what I learned this week is that the White House has directed NASA to basically create a time, and it's called the LTC, the Coordinated Lunar Time. They needed to create a time and a time zone for the moon.
Sick.
And essentially for space, I think. But the thought is that there's very precise equipment that has to run on a specific time, and they're so complicated that they need to create a time that exists out there so that they can synchronize that equipment and basically be able to navigate, work with whatever's going on
up there. Does the moon rotate? The moon rotates, right?
We rotate and it rotates around
They're
us.
both like, right? It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so does it have to?
I'm not like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but
no, I know. Does that what it have to do though? Does it have to do with like its rotational axis and how many times it goes? I mean, it has to. That's how we do, like all the other planets. And isn't the moon just an X planet?
No, I don't know. But basically it says that the differing gravitational force and potentially other factors on the moon and other celestial bodies change how time unfolds relative to how it's perceived on Earth. That's the dope part. Basically, time time basically is perceived differently up there than it would be on Earth. And they have to account for that in how the time works up there.
Oh, the way it's perceived.
Yeah, and so there's all this shit, and basically they said, yo, by the end of 2026, we need this done.
Wow.
So
that makes sense because it's not like the moon has seasons. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of our time is based off of the seasons.
Well, just
a calendar year.
Well, also I think that for a lot of time, even on like a daily perspective, is by light and dark.
Right.
So you're able to figure like, oh, it's around this time because it's light or because it's dark. It's probably around this time. I think there'd be places near the moon that based on the where the Earth is and stuff that it might just be light all the time. Right? Or for a very small amount.
Yeah.
So the time probably
depends on how fast it's.
And I say that as an astrophysicist.
We are smart. We're smart. This is why they come here.
If Neil deGrasse Tyson is listening to this and wants to call in 305-741-2371 and say otherwise, I'm here to have a conversation.
Mike deGrasse Tyson's definitely listening. Yes. Yes.
But yeah, that's what I learned this week. The moon's getting a time.
I want you to stick on that one.
You want me on this?
I want you on that one because I'm gonna add that one to you can add those
Mike, put it on the calendar. December 2025. We need to check back in because we need to know. I want to be in the Situation Room at the White House, and it's got America, Japan,
right,
Russia, moon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to be able to be on here and be like, oh, it's 5:49 right now, but good morning to all my moonwalkers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to know what time we're going live out there.
Yeah. That's very important.
So, I guess I got to stay on that one.
Yeah, stay on that one.
Updates coming forthwith.
Please.
That's what I learned this week. Alex, what did you learn this week?
Baseball season has officially started, as most of you may know, and we are a big baseball podcast. Jordan's donning the colors. It's gonna be
what it do.
We're gonna take the Only people on our way are the Dodgers, but honestly, they're about to lose their top guy for gambling. So we're going to take it again this year.
Yes, sir.
I think we've won the first 5 games. It's stupid.
I think we lost 1.
Is it 4-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're fire though.
But so baseball season started, and I know you like the nuances, the ins and out, the little behind the scenes, the talks, and all of those little.
Yes. The intricacies of the game.
Yeah, you like the magistry of the game of baseball, and when I can give you those peaks, you always appreciate them. And I think I have
Take me behind
one
the curtain
for you. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but in baseball, when you hit a high fly ball to the outfield, it's called a can of corn. I don't know if you have ever heard of that.
I have, but I probably think the first time I ever heard it was through you.
Yeah. It's basically, it's growing up my whole entire life. As soon as somebody hits it like a high fly ball into the outfield, and it's just like, an obviously easy out, someone either in the dugout or someone in the field just yells can of corn. Like, you just yell it. It's just a thing.
Anyone.
Anybody can say it, but somebody says it.
Is this typically going to be someone on defense, or is this someone from the dugout?
This is somebody typically on defense. Usually it's the second baseman. The second baseman is always like, can of corn. That's because he's got nothing else to do. He's trying to be important. And so I just wanted to give you the background of why that is called a can of corn. Why a high fly ball and easy out to the outfielder is called a can of corn.
Can of corn. It is back in the day they used to throw these cans of corn during the Depression. They would throw them high in the air off the truck to the unsuspecting, just peasants in the street, and that's why they call it a can of corn.
No. It's called a can of corn because back in the day when you went to before there was the supermarket, as I call it, or the grocery store, where you didn't go and buy your own groceries. You had to go, and there was a person behind the counter. He had all the food behind the counter, and then you would tell him, you give him your list, and then he would
so much easier.
He would get everything. I know, and he would get all the stuff for you, and he'd bring it out, and then he would check you out. And apparently back in the day, the can of corn was always at the top. All the canned goods, but always the can of corn was always on the top shelf. And the way that these cashiers would get is they'd have to grab a big long stick, and then they would inch it off the can of corn off the shelf and just get it to the end, and then poke it, and then drop the stick, and then catch the can of corn inside of their
general store blouse,
their aprons, yeah. And they would catch in there, and it was because then it would just fall into the basket. It was easy to catch, and it was called a can of corn. And that translated to baseball. So high fly balls that are easy to catch in the outfield are called a can of corn.
Now, I think that let's institute a rule right now. That if you lose your composure as a defenseman and you say can of corn as the ball, that means that someone on your team, they can't use the glove to catch it, and they have to catch it with their shirt. They have to untuck their shirt and catch it in their shirt for the out.
Oh, so if someone says can of corn, then you automatically drop the glove.
You have to catch it with the shirt.
Are you
in?
That's a great rule.
Now, I know that will probably cause no one to ever say can of corn then, but I want it to be something that happens like twice a game.
Right, yeah.
Like twice a game. Like no one can ever control themselves in this situation, so it always wants to be yelled by someone in the crowd. If they yell it, if anyone says it ever, then they have to do that.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I learned.
That's cool.
Yeah, see, and you'll hear it too on broadcasts they still use it all the time. But that's one of those little. I used it actually. I went to opening day, and someone in the in our section, when someone hit a fly ball, someone said, can of corn, and the guy in front of me said like, oh, what does that mean? And I told him
you tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, on it.
I told him what it meant, and he was just like, that's so freaking cool. He's like, I'm gonna always remember that. And I was like, you know what? This is one of those stupid little nuggets that people can use to impress other people.
Yeah, you did that. for that guy.
I was just trying to tell him, but then once he said, I was like, oh, this is like a nugget of information that people would actually like. Well, he's like, I'm going to use that, and then he did the thing of I always hate when people go like ask permission to use something. It's like, dude, I'm not going to be there when you use it, so it doesn't matter. You know, people go, hey, can I use that? It's
You're unburdening them from every time.
What if I say no, you can't use that?
I like that. I actually think that next time that happens, that's what you do. Say,
go, no.
Honestly,
actually,
like,
no.
That's my thing.
That's actually in my intellectual property. So actually, no. I would appreciate. This day and age, too, people would be respectful too. They'd be like, "Oh my god, yeah, I'll never use that." Yeah, they'll be at a party and be like, "Man, I wish that guy would."
He's from Miami. He'll definitely sue me.
Yeah, like months down the road, he'll be at a party and he's probably just like, "God, I wish that guy would have given me the okay because this is a perfect time to bring him that can of corn."
You like hit him up on Instagram. He hits you up and he's just like, "Yo, are you sure?" Like,
I'm here.
I'm here now. I'm in the bathroom.
I'm at the Christmas party and there's a whole table of baseball dudes.
Please. I'll sell you $20, and then you're like,
make it
25.
Yeah.
All right. I have a list of some items here, and I need you to tell me, hot or not?
Not temperature wise.
You take these
as
whatever. You interpret it however you want, and I need to know hot or not.
Okay.
And I have a feeling where this one's, March Madness. I'm going to give you a nice little layup.
No pun intended.
Hot or not, solid food.
Wait, I'm confused.
Solid food as in you were on a juice cleanse for 5 weeks. Now that you've been back in the game, hot or not?
Like what is hot or not?
Hot is obviously it's hot. Not is no, I'm not into it.
But eating solid food?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, it's like warm. It's so bad because there's things that like it happens to me every other day, almost on a daily basis. I feel like I can't eat things. Like, and depending on how solid it is, I really can't. I have to like really chew them, or I slow down. Like if I eat anything, could be a salad, could be anything. If I eat it and then immediately follow it up with like a drink of water, stomach's like, hey bro, hey, that's a warning for you right now. You better watch your shit. You better you trying to throw up at this dinner table? You trying to have that bitch come back up? Do that.
You trying to say hello?
Put mashed potatoes down here again in some type of carbonated drink and watch what happens. Like, ooh. Especially carbonated.
So
drink.
you're still ingratiating yourself.
I don't know if they tightened it a little too much or whatever they did, but there's it happened to me yesterday.
Would it be the worst thing in the world if they just did a little snip, made it just took up a couple cubic inches?
The one thing is I have to watch myself is when I'm hungry. If I'm really hungry, if I miss like a meal or whatever, and I'm like starving. Or if I like am freshly baked and like I got like the munchies, because like those are 2 times where I'm just so hungry that I'm just starting to scarf down food because that's my like I can't go fast.
You can't stuff anymore.
Yeah, and it will immediately like my stomach. It'll push it right back up. Like if I just like take 2 big bites of something, gross, and I didn't let like the first bite go down, my stomach's like, oh son, that second bite's coming back. So we're in a learning. That's a warm job.
I'm taking that as hot.
Okay.
Flying kites,
dude, so hot. I'm telling you. I might come. You might get a weird text of like, can I borrow that? It's a good kite day. Meet me at Heritage.
Yo, holler.
I might hit you and be like, yo, what are you doing today? After you're done, watering the plants and cutting the lawn, meet me at Heritage.
I kind of think that like I'm just like thinking through this, like you going to the beach, like just since you're going through a beach revolution this year, where and you get there and you kind of just like set up the singular towel, like got the tunes cranking, and then you just like set up a kite and like hook it up to your shit. I think that's you kind of like putting the vibe out. I think that was.
I think you're
that's
right.
a very approachable situation.
I think you're right. If any type of chick comes up and is like, "Hey, can I fly your kite?" I mean, we are launching quickly.
Not even that, but just kite related questions.
Yeah.
Yo, you come here often? Boom.
Right. Big time.
Yeah, and you're in right there. So I kind of think that, like, you know, that's how I pictured the situation going. You're not really like, meet me at Heritage. You're like, yo, can I borrow that Monarch? I kind of want to put the vibes out. And I'm like, absolutely, here you go.
It's last weekend of spring break.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I see that going.
Okay.
So hot. Now this one, let's go curveball. Hot or not? Attending a fashion show.
Oh God, no, not hot at all. That sounds so dumb.
You don't see you ever doing that.
Apps, unless I'm DJing it. No.
I like how you found it in.
See,
but really, I could have said anything there, and you'd be like, no, unless I'm DJing.
Yeah, no, I'm not into fashion like that. I think most of those fashions look stupid. I think the girls walking down the runway with like not smiling, keeping then like the turn just like, yo, lighten up, walk normally. None of you are walking like y'all are walking weird. Yeah, all of that is a big no. And anyone that goes, most of the people that go to those things are just people that I definitely don't want to be around. When are you going to the one I'm assuming you're going to soon?
No, I'm not. No, I
thought for sure you're like, oh, I'm going. I got one.
No, I don't. As I continue to just recede further and further away from society in almost every way, I like
that would have been odd.
Like I do like to dress up, like when we're going out and feeling good and looking the part and all that stuff, but I don't feel like I would ever do that.
If it was like a bikini fashion show, I might fucking show up.
You chauvinist pig.
Yes.
Okay, attending a fashion show, not.
No.
Women's college hoops.
Very hot. It's the only bracket that I haven't had busted yet. Like, I'm very hot. I watched the whole game last night. I flipped between them and the Panthers, but the Panthers game got out of hand really quickly, so then I went fully to the girls.
I watched Iowa, LSU.
It was a good game.
And even, like we were watching it in bed, and I was like, babe, like, you're kind of watching, like, the birth of like, women's basketball. Like, it's popping, it's having a moment right now.
Yes.
I was like, the daughter will be watching these people ball out in like 10, 15 years.
It's cool.
Type shit. And so I loved it. And it was a great game.
It was a great game, and because we do like a big gamble thing, and at work, and every year it's men's March Madness, so they sent the brackets out of like, all right, everyone sign up, join, just fill out your bracket, and I immediately went back into the teams group chat and said, can we do a women's one this year? And they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, I guess sure, that's fine, equality." But and then
everyone, HR director can't say no, right?
And then, but everyone is all in on the girls at work. Everyone's just like, "I'm so glad you did this. It's way more fun to like. I don't even give a shit."
Wow, look at you gained some points in a way that I didn't think was.
I had like the director. She was pinging me because we don't exchange numbers like that. But she was pinging me through work. And she was like, just want to let you know, I'm downstairs in my basement. Got the game's about to come on. I'm like, cannot wait. I'm so excited for this. Like, and I was just like, look at me. I was just like, the director is thinking about me at 8 o'clock at night, like with the popcorn ready to watch some women's hoops.
If you don't get a raise,
that was an unintended thing I did there.
Yeah, but it's been you know what? It's oddly reminding me of like early to mid 90s men's college basketball when I actually liked college basketball. the way that there's a lot of parity in the athleticism is honestly something that I love more, because I think that there's like they're all really good, but the game is in a way where like it just seems more competitive.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I love how hard like the girls when they're out there, they're like they mean business. There's no like smiling, like they're getting after it and shit. I'm just like, yo, these girls are down there competing.
Yeah, honestly, not a big college sports guy in general. But I watched that game wire to wire yesterday, and I hadn't done that almost at all, even with the men's stuff at all. I'm not a big March Madness
I never have
guy.
I do it for just strictly gambling purposes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, degenerates.
Yeah. Yeah, hot, very hot.
Hot, okay. I don't know I'm going to butcher the last name here. Kanye's wife, Bianca Sassori.
Oh,
You've been seeing all these articles,
I mean,
like of just like
he dresses her
the way he's dressing her, and then the dad of her is like, "Yo, why don't you fucking come down to Australia and like you and me and my daughter, we're gonna have a conversation," which is like a very weird way to object to what he's doing.
I didn't
to
see
be like,
that.
to be
That's
like,
funny.
"Come to Australia, we need to talk," but like through the media, which was very weird. And now he's dressing her even weirder.
He's dressing her very weird.
Hot or not?
Is she her? I mean, she is.
The whole situation. But yeah.
Oh, the whole situation is as a nod. It's weird. He's dressing her up to do some type of, getting attention, because that is the only attention that he's getting is this. That's the only thing that people are interested in, because she's stunning looking, but he makes her not stunning. And then always with her looking like that, being paired next to what he's always wearing, which is the same exact thing for 6 months now.
He's off his John Rocker.
He has been wearing the same thing for at least 6 or 7 months, of a big baggy black sweatshirt, even bigger baggy like cargo black pants tucked into huge, look like they are some type of duck hunting black boots.
He's wading. He's wading into the water to do some fly fishing in the morning.
Yes, he looks so. Am I not right? That's every photo. That's what he's wearing.
That, and then sometimes he's got some weird fucking mask on where you can't see any features.
Or he's
of
wearing
his
a
face.
mask over it, but it's just like everything about it. I'm just like this. I don't know what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. You're so off your shit that it's not even. It's honestly at this point sad to me. I'm just like, I don't feel bad for you, but it's sad to me to watch the fall from grace. That's how I feel now.
So not.
No. And she's an accomplice to it too. The whole thing's gross. I just saw
It is gross.
I saw a picture of it yesterday of like him with his kids on Easter walking out of like some LA like, eatery place, and with what she was wearing, which looked like some type of moon suit that Elon Musk would like, put together for like one of his like sexy astronauts in a movie if he was like the production designer. And your nipples are coming through, and I'm just like, this is what you want your like everything about you is gross and sad.
Preach.
Like it's not cool.
Yeah, it's like
I can only imagine like if I was Kim, like I'm just like, God, I can see what I got. Like this is you want to talk about him being mad at her about the Pete Davidson stuff. It's like, bro, look at what you expose your kids to, like on a daily basis. Not even with your wife, just what you do.
Yeah.
You're projecting all of your stuff on your kids. It's so sad.
So that's a no.
It's a big
That's
no.
a not.
No.
Beyonce reportedly going to drop as number one on the billboards with this new cowgirl western album. Hot or not?
I'm going to restrict judgment because I just started listening to it today.
Oh,
because I saw that too, that she was like, number one, and I saw that I was interested because the Texas Hold'em song doesn't do it for me, but I wanted to hear the Jolene rendition that she does, and
don't love that she went there.
Yeah, neither did I. But
was it good though or no?
The Jolene was good, but then then the other thing that I haven't gotten to yet because the album's 27 tracks long.
Love that actually.
And she did a cover of a Paul McCartney song, Blackbird, which is a great song. So I was like, you know what, I want to see what you did there. But I've only listened to like 4 or 5 tracks so far. It's cool and different, but there's nothing standing out for me yet. And I'm gonna do the full 27 listed on there. I won't abandon
dedication.
I won't abandon halfway through because when I shit on you, I want to make sure I shit correctly.
Oh.
So I want to go all full 27 because I don't want someone to be like, "Well, did you hear this one?" And it's buried at 19. And I didn't get to it, And it's actually a good one. Then I'll be like, see. Then I can't. Now I have to walk
You're just
back
trying
my
to cover
shit.
your bases.
Yeah.
CYA. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Yeah. Potential not.
TBD. Is that where you're going with that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, couple more here. Hot or not? Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it is losing a little bit of its heat. Yeah.
The way you just said that tells me where I think you're going to land with this.
It might be hace frío.
Okay.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday I think everyone collectively is sort of backing away.
Now, when you're making your weekly grocery list, which I'm assuming you'll plan out for the most part your dinners and not just like buy lump sums of different foods and stuff like that, you're gonna put the taco night on Tuesday though, right?
No.
You don't feel that obligated. There's
no. That's why I feel
you'll run taco night on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's not strictly a Tuesday thing anymore. Yeah, I think that the panache of that is kind of worn off to me.
I just need you to say the word.
Hace frío?
Not.
Yeah. That's
wow. Upset.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to take an L today.
It had a good 10 year run.
Yeah, I mean LeBron, the Migos, they were getting all up in there.
Yeah.
Hot or not? Because this came up at the party this weekend, so I just want to reiterate your position right here. Hot or not, Bitcoin?
Oh God, yeah, that one is a no-go for me. I think Bitcoin has shown its ass. I think it's shown.
It's like right around the highest it's ever been.
I know that's what you'd love to say that, which in the Bitcoin world could mean like it's up to 75 cents now. Like it could be. It's not anywhere, what we thought it was going to be. Everyone of any of importance got out on it. You only got a couple people that are still.
Don't think that's the case at all.
Bro, do we need to go into the statistics of the two major markets that were trading in it both collapsing because it was an absolute Ponzi scheme? I mean, that was not a good look for Bitcoin right there.
Okay. I think Alex is he's late to the train. He's not getting on the train, and I think when he sees me down a couple stops with the golden umbrella, he's going to be like, I wish I had gotten on the train.
Yeah, no, because I think the whole thing with Bitcoin and all of those things was the amount of, people putting value into it. And I don't see people doing that anymore. There's not that rush. I think, because there is no monetary value behind it. There's no gold. There's nothing that you can, how our money is connected to something. And the one thing that Bitcoin had for him was people are saying that this is valuable. So that was the biggest thing. And I think people are not saying that as much anymore. So that's not a good thing for him.
I completely disagree. I think it is the
Well, you own it. Of course you disagree. You have to disagree. You need to hold strong until you have negative left.
What if I told you I'm up multiple thousands of dollars?
I'd tell you to cash out right now and show me it in your bank account. That's what I would tell you. Which and then if you did,
I have diamond hands though. I can't. Which, by the way,
what does that mean, people? Diamond hands.
You should watch Wifey and I the other week.
I'm not watching any more suggestions of anything that you guys watch. It's been shown quite clearly on this program how bad It is over there.
I want you to watch one more movie.
Okay, one more.
It's I don't
Mikhail's
even know.
Navy.
I don't even know what the fucking name it is. Hey,
It's Mikhail's Navy.
It's about kind of like Bitcoin and just
Is
the
it
investing
GameStop?
world. Yes. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
And did you like it?
No, it was. I was like, yeah, this is what we all knew. It's kind of. What was the thing? What were those things called? I already forgot the name of them. I was this whole time trying to think about what was the name of the things called where people were buying the art for like the metaverse and there's like the drunken apes and stuff. What were those things called?
Those were NFTs.
NFTs. Yeah, that was.
Different.
Well, is it though? Is it though? Is it different?
I mean, Bitcoin's been around for a while, and there's more institutional.
But it's the same idea. It's the same concept.
Well,
I'm gonna buy this thing
gold
that
is only. Worth
I'm gonna buy this
because money is attached.
But
to it
there
and
is
people
gold.
say-
But there is gold. That's tangible.
Well,
there is gold.
There's proof of work, which is like how they validate the fact that someone actually got a Bitcoin. So
The computer mean that did it?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, right. Got it. Did anyone else just hear what he just said? They're both the same concept of like you have an NFT and you have Bitcoin. The only thing that is because someone
But
says,
NFT
all right,
came in and flamed out pretty quickly. Bitcoin's been around for a while, and it's close to the highest number it's ever been.
I know that's like the only thing you kept saying at the party.
No,
too.
because it was down for 3 years, 2.5 years.
That's weird.
But it regained.
But now, why is it back? Why is it back?
Okay,
So
you're saying not?
Because some mysterious market says it's back. Until at this point, now I need like some serious backing. There's not that yet. There's a bunch of views.
There is serious
There's a bunch
backing.
of views.
There's ETFs that have been started by a lot of mainstream industry like investments.
Robin Hood's getting in the game. They were on that GameStop.
They were.
The documentary that was so great. They were all over that. I wonder if it was in a good light though. Now they're doing Bitcoins.
Okay. All right. Yo, slide into our DMs and tell us whose side you fall on here. Because Alex is being the 80-year-old man investor. I don't want anything to do with it. It's nothing in this world, and it's just a farce and a fallacy and a pipe dream. If I've quoted you correctly.
If there's any other, I don't know what you guys call yourself, but if there's any other like Bitcoiners out there, state your case, because I listen. Because Jordan's only case is it's never higher than it's ever been now.
No,
that's the only
not
thing
true.
we've got going here from Jordan.
No.
State your case of why, and I will listen.
I am going to over the next few days
watch that documentary again.
No, I'm going to send you some stuff, and let's see
No.
what you think. Yep,
No,
and you will read it.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm saying no to that.
Yeah, no, you're getting it.
All right, well then I'm sending you stuff back of like that just rebuttal.
Why it's a joke?
Rebuttal articles, because
Yes.
that's what that is.
Deal.
Send me only articles from reputable sources. That's the only time.
I'm not sending you like a fucking
like Bitcoin today. I'm like no.
I got you.
Give me that like Wall Street. Give me Wired magazine. Give me Wired.
You're about to get coined.
Guess what?
All right, I got one last one here.
Okay.
Which maybe the biggest surprise, and maybe also something that I learned last week. You hit me with one of the songs, but this new Future and Metro Boomin album.
I liked
Hot
it.
or not?
I liked it. You had a really good take too. That I don't know if you've ever said it on this podcast, but it's with Future, Kendrick, and Metro Boomin makes the beats and is on it, kind of. But we liked it, but you were like you're like I don't like you said I don't like Future.
And you then threw back in my face, not very ATL of you.
Yeah, I said not very ATL ho.
And but that honestly, it's always been like that for me. I don't like the thing that, as much as I love it with like T-Pain, whatever he's doing on his voice, I don't love that.
Yeah, it's an auto-tune.
Yeah, but it's like he uses it too the same way Travis Scott I'm really not into. Like they use it too much. Where if
I'm not a big Future fan either.
Well, you said it was surprising, and if what I had said back to you was like, look through my stuff. Like I don't listen to like almost any of his stuff.
But what was your good take?
My good take is that I do enjoy him though when he is a feature. Give him one verse when Future features.
When Future features.
Featuring Future.
Yeah.
Yes. That's I do like him like that on a song where, if he contributes maybe a verse or something like
that. And I was like that, and I agree with that. I thought that was a good take that I've never heard out there.
Now I
feel like everyone loves Future. I feel like that's like a lot of people do.
I do the like why kind of. I'm like like
you were so like disgusted in your why. You're like, why?
Like they make him out to be like an absolute legend where I can see like
what was he before? Wasn't he somebody in some other group before?
Nah.
Who am I thinking of that you used to always tell me? You're like, oh well, he like went solo and he changed his name, or he was he was somebody and he changed his name to and
that was 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz used to be Titty Boy.
Yeah, thank you. See, people need to know
Titty
that.
2 Chainz.
Yeah, Titty Boy, and then because I remember when 2 Chainz came out and was hitting the scene hot, I remember you being like, guys, this is Titty Boy. What are we doing here? And we were all like, what do you mean?
He was,
and
Titty
you were like,
Boy.
nah, he's been out here, just like kind of changed his name and like came back out here again, like being something different. And we were like, damn, he fucking pulled one over on me.
He was Titty Boy early on, and then he was in Play a Circle with Dollar Boy, and then after that he kind of went solo and became 2 Chainz.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I always get those two rappers for some reason.
Yeah, but I'm not a Future guy.
That's cool. The song was great though. Kendrick obviously always does his thing. I don't even know why people let Kendrick on like tracks, feature on tracks, is he's gonna destroy everyone else on it. Like if I would never have Kendrick feature on any of my songs. I'm just like, yo, he's just gonna come correct with me. Yo, just do the whole song. Fuck it. And put it on my album, please.
Even like on Drake's album with the First Person Shooter, which it was like the one song I liked off of the new Drake album. Same thing. Like if you don't want to be outshined on your own album, like Kendrick is one you don't bring on. Another one for me, J. Cole. Don't bring him on your song if you want to be out-rapped.
It's all, and they know that too. Like they're just like, oh, you want me to feature, motherfucker? All right, okay. Hey, send me your verse and send me and then I'll come in. And then I'll finish the song.
Yeah,
and they just fucking okay, got it.
Yeah, so that was.
What's the name of the song?
I think it's Like That.
Like That, and and it's cool because the sample is Sitting Sideways. Was it Sitting Sideways? What was it? I sent it. I remember I sent it to you.
It's Riding Spinners.
Riding Spinners.
Yeah,
is like the sample
Mafia.
that Metro took, and I thought he did a good job on it because he didn't just outrightly just fucking rip it, and like it's kind of cool in the background. I like how he did it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I told you the beat was absolutely fire.
Yeah.
And Kendrick was great. Future just
Was that?
You can't be the worst thing on your own song. And that's what I usually feel is the case.
Yes, that is definitely should be a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my shit.
I've got I did a thing today. I did a thing. I finally pulled the trigger and I have my appointment. I'm signed up and I'm going to get my medical weed license here in the state of Florida.
You're doing it?
I'm doing it. I saw a special. My buddy sent it to me. It was like, yo, $100. It's the doctor's pulling up right outside of the dispensary in like one of those like, blood trucks type of things, and he's just doing a clinic. You just come in for 5 minutes. He's handing out licenses, and you can go in and so I'm doing it. I'm getting a medical weed license. I'm finally doing it. Sorry to all of my dealers out there. But it's just a nicer thing over there. It's a nicer thing over there. So, with that being said, I'll turkey trot if you get a medical weed license with me. Not on the same day, but this year, you need to get your medical weed license. Just have it. Just have it.
I don't know.
Just have it.
Things been going okay without it.
Things have been going okay without it for me, too.
Yeah?
I think I'm there. I think, we're getting older, and it's time to have that card in the wallet.
Make it official?
Make it official. Let Biden, let everyone know. Let DeSantis know I'm here. Put me in, coach.
Or, well, don't put me in. Like, let me stay on the couch, coach.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not committing.
Not committing?
Not committing.
You're scared. You're scared? Are you scared to be on the books? Because I get it. That was my thing for a little bit.
That's a concern. Yes.
You're scared to be on the books.
I want to be on as few. This is a new motto that I think I'm generally trying to live by as I get older. I want to be on as few books as possible.
I couldn't be on more books. I would love to be on as many books as possible.
I don't want to be... I don't need history. I don't need apps. I don't need all these things in the world recording and knowing what I did and when I did stuff and what I'm doing. I just want to float out into the abyss and do whatever I want to do with the people I want to do it with whenever I want, and it not be calculated everywhere.
I'm seeing it now, and I think I'm going to properly diagnose you here. I think you got early onset Republican going here.
Is that what that is?
A lot of that was very Republican of you. Just like, I don't want to be on books. Fucking no medical weed. Fuck weed. The internet and people tracking your day. Like, you hit a lot of really main Republican topics there, and it was really good. You might be a little early onset.
Nah.
In 10 years, you turn around, you just got a red cap on.
No.
He goes, no.
He's capping me already?
This is how it starts.
Cap.
This is how it starts.
That's cap.
This is how it starts, though. And you don't see it. It doesn't just come full blown one day and you're out there at a rally. It starts off with these baby steps, dude.
I don't think that's the case.
You gotta think about what you're doing out here.
No, I'll pay my taxes, use it for whatever you want. I'm cool with that.
What bracket are you in, though? It sounds like you said earlier, you might have been getting a little pay bump here. You might be moving into that Republican bracket. Like that tier, that different tier of when you're just like, yo, if I got to pay.
Not in Florida. Not in, we got money down here in South Florida. It ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? So I ain't got it like that.
Just something to think about. Just make sure you're watching your thought processes and your moods, because you don't want to turn around and be like, how did this happen?
I don't think that I can see how it looked like I was hitting all the...
You literally, I'll tell you, hit like 4, just like, the internet tracking your data.
And I'm carrying my gun wherever I want.
Yeah. That was the next thing. Yeah. You're like, am I...
Now let me drive off in my gas truck
with Kid Rock playing out blasting.
Yeah, no Bud Light.
God damn it.
No,
damn, we had some good stereotypes there.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. So just make sure you watch, because I don't want that for you either. But if that's what it is, it's we could catch it early. We never know.
I'm rejecting the premise of the question.
Very Republican of you. That's what Donald Trump does.
I'm just rejecting it. I'm not going to allow.
You're a dog. Mentality. You're a dirty dog. I'm not answering it.
You're doing more of like an Alec Baldwin, I feel like there.
Listen. The imitations are very limited over here. I did a breathy, dirty dog, and that was all I had for you. That's all I had for you. So. I'm gonna get the medweed, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know how it goes, and I will be doing my best to turn you to make you a trans.
Look, I go out into the woods. I keep what I kill. I'm able to find it all now. I'm not going to start shopping at a grocery store where shopping is a pleasure.
Okay, I do cold plunges and only eat red meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good right now.
Okay. I swear, if you're going to start in 2 months' time,
what's going to be the next thing?
Country music's going to be blasting when you pull into the driveway. I can just hear it now. Just like pull up. I'm like, is that Morgan Wallen he's playing?
No, if it ain't Hank 3, it ain't for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The day that I am playing Morgan Wallen, when I pull into your driveway, I need you to back your car into the front of my car at as high rate of speed as possible.
You know, you start doing the same thing that you're doing like with Drake to me. It's like, yo, you should listen. He's got a couple hits.
I just
man.
have like a thin blue line flag, like just flying at the back of my truck.
Yeah. It's you had it stickered on their work truck, and like definitely not allowed.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah. Okay, so I have a topic here, and I need to get some questions from you. And maybe, ladies, maybe you're wondering a couple of these things too. But I feel like, I get shamed sometimes at home about the, and mind you, I am married to a woman. So I feel like sometimes I get a little shamed on the length of some showers. And so I'm now asking you, what do you think the true
for a man
average is for yourself?
Oh,
and I have some shower questions.
Oh, God, it's like one of my favorite topics because I've got good answers for you. Because I have a very particular shower routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me that. What?
No longer than 5 minutes. No longer than 5.
Okay.
If I
feel much better.
If I'm in there 5 minutes, that means like I'm like really feeling.
You
myself.
got a date tonight.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you have more questions, or you want me to...
I do.
Okay.
So, my next one, so you're saying average length of time is 5 minutes.
Average length, I would say, is 5 minutes.
Love this for me. I love this for me.
I play music when I take a shower. So, and I usually make it no longer than 3 songs.
Okay, that's probably more.
That's usually that's kind of like how I do. I'm like on my shower. I'm like when I'm like the third song's playing. I'm like, ooh, okay, I got to finish up.
You're like, ooh, I want to take a long one. I'm gonna put on Freebird.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it. Okay, that's fair. I think I'm probably about.
If I really had a day in the sun, like, oh, I guess we're gonna play a little like string cheese incident. A little.
For me, it's all a hair thing. If I'm washing the hair, 5 minutes without, 7 with.
Okay.
And I'm out.
Okay,
that's not long. I feel much. It's not that it was long. I felt like she was like, "That's a very quick shower."
That's all. She's
all men. Shaming me.
That's all men.
Well, I needed this.
We're trying not to use all the hot water because you are using enough. So we're trying to balance out that goddamn bill. That's what we're doing when we're in there, in and out. We're balancing out the bill.
You're balancing out the bill for yourself.
I'm balancing out the bill for my future. I'm practicing. I'm practicing
balancing the bill. Okay.
The bill.
Are you a body wash or a bar of soap guy?
Both. Depends.
What does that mean? You have both options in the shower right now.
I have both options in the shower right now. And I have 2 different types of body wash when I do wash.
What does that mean? Wait. Liquid, you have at least 2 liquids.
I've got one that's like really good for you, like all natural ingredient type of things. Got like cow tallow in it, like no like fake oils and
cow
shit.
Tallow.
Yeah, look it up, people. Look it up. I'm not gonna explain. I can't explain everything to you, but I have the other
homework.
one. Then I have the other one that's like made in a chemical plant, and then I've got. And then I've got a bar of Dr. Sasquatch soap. Yeah.
Dr. Sasquatch.
The soap is mainly used when
do you go bar, when do you go body, and when do you choose which body wash you're going with for that specific instance?
The bar is usually if I need to do a quick shower, or if I'm not going to like wash my back. Because that leads into my other routine of I have this very long, it looks like a scarf. It looks like a scarf.
It's you cut down tree and you rub your back against it.
Yeah, it looks like an orange scarf basically, and it's like the material is like is the material of like a loofah, but it's long. Mm-hmm. It's not like all fluffy. It's just like one long loofah.
I need to order that on Instagram.
And it's for exfoliating. You know, it gets like all the grit. It has a little grit to it, but then it's long, so then you can go behind your back and then do this thing. And because not a lot of people don't clean their backs, bro. And if they say they do, they're fucking lying unless they like are double jointed.
Wifey, shout out. Just go ahead and hit me up and let the people know we got the brush hanging from the.
If you don't have a brush in there, I'm just like, this person doesn't clean their back. And you're not double jointed, so I don't know how you're cleaning the middle and like top middle of your back.
So you're like, a date's going really well. You go back to her place. You're actually not rummaging through the medicine cabinet when you say you need to go to the bathroom. You're looking in the bathroom and seeing if there's any type of brush or back application.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely. I'm just like, yo, this girl got dirty back. She about to be on it.
Oh my god. That leads me to my next question.
Yes.
Washcloth, loofah, what's the situation for the actual application? Because I still find this very bizarre. You have two different body washes.
The body wash
and
goes
the
straight
bar.
on like the back, the scarf, as I just told you. That one goes straight on there. And I do that. The bar soap goes straight bar to skin. And then there is a loofah in there for guests. The loofah has never been touched by me.
The loofah is for guests.
The loofah's for guests.
Interesting.
Loofah's for guests.
Now, do you think the guests know that?
I let them know.
Okay, that's on the checklist when they come over. It's like, hey, here's the bathroom. Here's my tiny ass fucking toilet. It's going to be very small for you. It's even smaller for me. And then you're like, the loofah is right here. The loofah is for guests like yourself.
Yes.
Please use it.
Because I've been in that situation many times where there's like, you get in there and you forget to ask that question. You're like, shit, I only have this bar of soap. And I think that's really messed up, to be in someone else's shower and go bar to skin with their bar.
This is interesting, and I think the women are going to side with me on this. But shouldn't the loofah that you're going to end up like grinding into your body as a guest not be used on the next guest that is then going to grind it into their body?
Oh, it gets thrown away after the guest.
Oh, wait, this is you have like 10 loofahs just like in a bucket that every time someone comes over, you have a weekend loofah?
Well, I don't have that many. I just go get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get a new one.
Because I was figuring, like, you just give them the washcloth. Then we wash it, and then it doesn't matter.
Washcloth is very tenement housing, like, of you.
Tenement housing?
Yeah, like the wash. If someone was to hand me a washcloth, I'm just like, yo, I'm trying to get clean.
Really?
Didn't I tell you I was taking a shower? Why are you giving me this?
That is a hot take. I
What
will
is
tell
this?
you, love a loofah, kind of like a washcloth more.
You got dirty balls. I can tell you.
No way.
The washcloth is not getting in there. Like, you might as well just go bar to skin at that point.
Ooh,
Washcloth is like pushing around. It's not getting in anything.
I disagree. I love to wash the face vigorously with a good, hot, soapy washcloth. There's almost nothing better than that.
No, loofahs are
I think
way
the
better.
women and other...
I don't think anybody uses washcloths anymore. Only people.
It's a dying
only
breed.
poor people.
It's a poor person thing. Wow.
If like I said, if you handed me a washcloth and it was like, hey, here you go through your shower.
So if I give you a folded towel, you come over, you're staying at the house, you're too drunk.
Okay.
And I give you a towel, and I have a nice little neat washcloth folded on top of that to be like, here you go. There's oddly enough bar soap and body wash in there. You choose what you want. You would take that as, I didn't know Jordan was doing so bad.
This is what I'm doing. Oh, thank you. I'm closing the door, starting the shower, waiting for it to get hot. And as I'm starting the shower, waiting to get hot, I'm taking the washcloth just so I don't forget, and I'm just holding it in the shower, getting it wet. So when you go in there, after I'm done, you see that I used it because I don't want to offend you, but know that I'm getting in the shower, bar soap, washing it around both of my hands, and using my hands to wash myself. And
Wow.
I'm never telling
Disgusting.
you. I'm never telling you that I never used it.
When and so you've now discussed your weird soaping habits. Now, do you have separate shampoo, separate conditioner, or do you have the 17 in one?
Yeah.
I just schlack. I kind of just schlack that on there and just get this deal done.
Yeah, we're getting the deal done. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is men's hair.
I could kind of see you having time for that.
No, because my hair is best when the natural oils are in it. So like, I'm not trying to clean it and like get like, you know, do all that stuff. Like, I'm just trying to like wash the hair and then like let the natural oils get back in there ASAP. Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, but I'd be curious maybe if the bathroom was modified a little bit. But do we ever get a bath in?
All the time.
Whoa!
Not only do we get a bath in, I've got, when you go in, if you look on top of the medicine cabinet, there's a little cardboard box in there. It's filled full of bath bombs.
Oh.
And not only
I'm sorry, I didn't know Bath Bomb Benson was
the bath was
a bath guy.
Double bath bomb Benson. You think I only put one bath bomb in there? I put 2 bath bombs in there. I get that thing just
guy.
Call it like, Okasawa, just Nagasaki up in that bitch. Okay, 2 bombs in my motherfucker. And then not only am I doing that, bombs and baths, I've got the cushion that suctions to the back.
No.
Hey, if you don't believe me,
don't fit in that
I'll go
tub.
grab it right now if you don't believe me.
You don't fit in that tub.
Dog, your boy fits. I've probably taken at least
how many baths
6 baths this year. At least.
I haven't taken 6 baths in 6 years.
I get in there and that door closes and things happen. You don't even know what's going on in my bathroom.
I'm finding that out. The only thing we have in common right now is basically that we shower about the same length of time.
What's your dry off game? Because I use 2 towels.
We're not there yet.
Okay. Spoiler alert. My bad.
Just burying the lead. I mean, I can understand why. Pee or no pee in the shower?
Oh, pee.
Always?
Always.
Like sometimes you'll even save a good piss because you know you're about to go in the shower.
Oh, yeah. If I'm in the bathroom and before I start the shower and I'm like, I got to pee. I'm like, I'll just hold it real quick. I'm going to go in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people do that. I'm just like, dude, get over yourself.
That's my feeling. And I think that's how the Gen Pop feels. It's just get over yourself.
Anyone that says that they don't do that is just trying to save face in front of their group of friends, whoever they're singing in front of, but they definitely do it.
Just elitist, Connecticut, just golf country club.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Piss.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me about this. Now I'm guessing this is strictly
surface area
real estate situation.
This is a surface area situation.
Okay.
As you can see,
seems wasteful.
It seems wasteful, but my reasoning is I hate a damp towel when drying off. And if I use one towel, by the time I make my way down to like my shins, that towel's soaked. Like there's a surface area that the towel has to cover for me. It's a lot. I'm an absolute Adonis. So I use 2 towels. They're 2 big ass ones. You'd think they're probably for like any normal person, they probably look like a beach towel. But they're just 2 absolute, there's a special word for them, I forget. They're great. They're at Costco, always on sale. They're called like beach just tarps or something. It's something crazy.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot by 30-foot tarpaulin.
But I've got 2 sets. I've got 3 big blue ones, 3 big gray ones, and the gray ones are only for the head all the way down to my waist, and then the blue ones, I always remember.
Color coded.
And I always know. Well, you have to do it because the blue you always use for the blues for bottom, B's for bottom. Blues are only for bottom.
So
ladies, we're not.
When he gives you that used loofah that another woman just grinded.
If you get a
into
blue
her
towel,
butt,
not good for you.
Blue towel for you, singular. That's all balls and butt, baby.
No, that's because we get nasty. Yeah. So I use two towels when drying off as well. And then now I've been lotioning after. I'm a lotion guy now too. This has only been like in the last 3 months.
2024 truly is your year.
It is wild. I smell fucking good.
I am shocked.
I lotion my arms and my neck and like my upper chest every time, and I smell good. And it's the only reason why I do it. Is
little
just
shea butter situation. What are we talking?
It's
little cocoa butter.
It's just like this manly smelling type of lotion. I don't know any of the. I don't use it for any other uses. I don't care about the softness. It's just literally to smell like a man.
So it's evening dusk.
Yeah, exactly. It's called like Winter Bloom, or something.
Oh, Winter Bloom. Okay,
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought Evening Dusk was going to do it for you.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
All right. Now, do you have any other shower related things that you need to get off your chest that like you need to make me or the team aware of?
One more. When I am done showering and I turn the nozzle, I turn it off, and I sit there because again, I don't like moist towels when drying off. So I want to get
much, ladies and boys.
I want to get as much of that fresh water that's still dripping off of me.
You shake your body like a dog.
I do a little. Now, if you're watching on YouTube,
that is a weird thing to do.
If you're watching on YouTube, you really get the effect. But I do like a little like shake down of the extremities and like and stuff to get it just the last little bit off to get off. So then I take the gray towel. I do the top first, and then I don't want my mat, my bath mat that I step on. I don't like when you go back in like after you're done, take a shower and you go back in to take a piss and the mat's all wet.
That's what it's there for.
But I don't like it. I know it's there for, but I don't like it. So I do the top with the gray, and then I take B is for blue, B is for bottom.
B is for butt.
It's B is for butt and balls, and I take that one. And as I step out of the shower and tub, I go boom. Boom. I do one leg. I dry off each leg in the air as I set it down. So just maximum dryness when I'm getting out, dude.
I feel like I have.
Am I a psycho?
I've uncovered something that like you're the Liam Neeson of like having a special set of skills here, and it's the shower.
It's serious business in there.
I didn't know this side of you. Some of this is some 2024 shit, but I feel like a lot of this is actually long-standing tradition.
Yeah, there's been years of fortifying this type of process.
Tell wifey that my times are perfectly acceptable.
We are balancing the bill.
You heard that first,
and that's
wife.
it. That's the last time I'm gonna say it.
Thank you. All right, you ready to get in this peacock?
Let's do it. All right,
what do you got?
I've got another super producer for you because we got a lot of good feedback of when we did Max Martin.
Yeah,
a lot of people really liked that one. A lot of people enjoyed knowing about the guy behind the scenes that did all of these hits that these people know. So I thought I would do another super producer for us this week as our peacock in music, and that super producer goes by the name Darkchild.
Darkchild.
Have you ever heard of him?
I think the question more pertinent is, have I heard him?
You definitely have. When I do this, it won't probably go over well, but he, they'll have like their producer tags of like, it's a Nita beat or whatever, Yeah. Like, I don't know why I said that one. Wow. I don't even know if nitty beat.
It's a nitty beat.
His is, you always hear in the beginning, it always goes, Darkchild. It's always in the beginning. That's his his producer tag. So you've heard someone say it before.
Okay.
Born July 29th, 1977, the present. He's still with us. Rodney Ray Jenkins from Galloway Township, New Jersey.
Love this for him already.
He is one of 4 children. His other brother is actually a producer as well, very big in the gospel scene.
Okay.
And that is because they were raised by an evangelical pastor, their father, and his brother's very successful in the gospel music producing scene, and the only Grammys that Darkchild has ever won, which is surprising because he has so many hits, have been only in the gospel category. So he delves in there too.
Okay.
Learned to play the piano at the age of 5. This was probably some of the craziest part. He declined so many early job offers from some pretty big people. Atlantic City Records wanted to offer him a job at the age of 14. Declined it. Then the next year, at the age of 15, Teddy Riley asked him to sign a contract with him as a producer. He declined that one, and his reason for declining that one was because he just wanted to be mentored by him. And Teddy was like, "All right, fine, I'll mentor you." So he got Teddy to mentor him at the age of 15, record producing, and then Sean Combs offered him a record deal as a producer, and he declined that one.
It's funny
very good foreseeable future on you there, bud.
Great choices early on.
Choices early on.
B, I think that's what happens once you're absolutely fucked in life with what's happening to Diddy. We all have to revert back to the government.
That's what I
go.
did.
Sean Combs.
You see what I did there? That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, but I'm seeing that happen all over. It's not Puffy and P. Diddy or whatever in the news anymore. It's Sean Combs now.
Yeah. Well, when we talk about him with all of this crazy stuff that's happening with the sex trafficking, I will refer to him as Diddy, P. Diddy. But outside of that, when it comes to music, anything like that, I will refer to him as Sean Combs.
Heard.
Sean Combs, started, Sean John Fashion Company.
Yeah.
That's how that's going to go. But then I will say, yo, Diddy, banged Meek Mill. I'll say like that.
Got it.
That's how I'm going to do that.
Okay.
But it was pretty cool. He says when when someone asked him like, "Hey, why did you decline all these people?" He said, he goes, "Honestly, early on, I already kind of knew my own talent," and he goes, "and I wanted to build my own empire." He goes, "and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that if I signed any contracts with any of these other like big
smart
people." Yeah, very smart early on. So his early works though were, like I said, mainly gospel. He was heavily in the gospel thing, but finally he pretty much got so big for his britches and was really getting a ton of success. He got a really great offer from EMI Records to sign as a producer for them and a writer and whatnot. And so he took that, and that was when he changed his name to Darkchild. No reasoning behind the name. That was just what he chose.
Okay.
So that's when he changed his moniker to Darkchild. And then at EMI is where he built this huge camp of writers. And they all wrote with him, together with him. You want to guess how many writers were in that camp? And all of them, I was going to go through it and list all of them, but you didn't. They were all just a bunch of people you wouldn't have known, but they all had just attachments of just crazy writing credits of songs that they wrote with Darkchild. But
10.
17. So he put together a camp of 17 writers, and again, kind of taking the same type of page out of Max Martin's book of he built, once he got these writers in this camp together, it was just this academy, this tree, this production tree that just like now
far-reaching, yeah,
like that goes on now. But he's worked with, basically he's just like producing music now, so there's not really much left on like his life. But he's worked with like Brandy, Patti LaBelle, Mary J. Blige, TLC, Beyonce, Spice Girls, Black Eyed Peas. Just like the hits go on and on. But he was also the only producer that was allowed to work on MJ's album after his death, Escape, which was basically all of the songs that MJ was going to put out, but he never finished. He was the only producer that was allowed and was put in charge to produce all of those songs in that album.
That's legit.
Yeah, that's legit. And he married. I looked her up. I didn't know her. She didn't really have any hits. She married this woman, Joy Enriquez. She did a couple albums with Darkchild. Again, no hits, nothing noteworthy there. But they have 4 kids.
Cool.
Their youngest kid was on American Idol at the age of 10 and almost like won the damn thing. But just some notable songs here of that you might know that he wrote. He did Brandy Boy Is Mine.
That video, banger.
Jennifer Lopez, If You Had My Love.
Great song.
Destiny's Child, Say My Name.
Banger.
Michael Jackson's You Rock My World. Move past it, Alex. Beyonce, Deja Vu. Lady Gaga, Telephone. And then he's got 2 Grammys. Like I said, both of them gospel. And then I wrote down his net worth.
Ooh, okay. I have a number. It is it going to surprise me?
No.
Is it going to shock me? That it's low.
Yes. I think so, yes.
Now I'm modifying my number.
Good.
4 million.
Oh, 30 million.
I was going to go 40 million.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's Gucci.
Yeah, he's very much Gucci.
Okay.
Yeah, the list goes.
That's why I was like, when you said some of those people, I'm like, I was going to go 30, 40 million because, like,
well, I literally cherry picked 8 of literally 50, and all 50 were named artists that you knew that he produced for.
Yeah.
But I just cherry picked like 8 of them.
Okay.
But I left one that I did not tell you, because this was one that I was happy to see that he produced, and I'm going to play that song now for you to give you a little snippet of his production and where he comes at.
Hit me. Album?
No.
Well, then fuck me.
So there's a little Chromeo for you. He
Dope.
does the funky Chromeo stuff. He's the man.
Yeah.
He's
Cool.
the man. So that's Darkchild. Check him out. I'm gonna put a bunch of the other like cool songs that I found that he does, because there's a lot of like really cool deep cuts. So that'll be on Peacocks and Music that you can only exclusively find on Spotify. But before we go here, I want to send you back. I thought maybe this would again maybe tickle your very early on Republican senses.
Ooh.
I'm going to Trump Doral this weekend for Live Golf.
Oh yeah?
I remember I went.
Sounds like you have the red cap.
Remember I went before.
Yeah. And you had a pretty positive experience last time, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like such a fun event. They're great.
Damn,
Akon's
didn't
playing.
Get that invite.
Akon. It's an all day thing, so I knew you definitely would have never been able to get that off, bud. Can you go? I have an extra ticket. Don't do that now.
What day?
Don't
What
do
day?
that
What day?
live.
What day?
Don't do that live right now, and then you can't do it. For Saturday. Akon's playing at night.
No, I can't.
See, all right. So that one was documented, because I do have an extra one. All expenses paid, VIP section. I mean, no.
Probably not.
Okay. So I'm going into Trump territory. And this event, there's 2 events here. There's a golf event and there's a political event going on at these all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's like there's red hats. There's a sea of red hats everywhere. People are wearing Trump shirt. Like, it's like a political thing. It's like a mini rally at,
But like not inside the actual event.
Inside.
But like inside the
Everywhere, everyone walking around are all there for two reasons, or just mainly one. Mainly one, Trump, but and then also maybe golf, or fucking for sure both.
Okay.
Like they love him.
Yeah, I don't want to go to that.
Am I supporting Trump by going?
I mean,
my question
you're
to you
saying
was,
you didn't pay the ticket and like you didn't actually give him any money. You're kind of supporting him.
My question is, should I have any fun there with it? Should I, I have like a make baseball great again hat. Should I pop that on and like, get people to think? But then I go, oh, you didn't read the fine print. I'm a little scared to do that one because I don't really want to rub elbows with some of these crazies.
I think that if you try to do anything,
what about like a double decker?
You're only drawing attention, which then I think is not what you actually want.
What about like, should I have? What is there a shirt maybe I should go with that like throws people off?
Planned Parenthood shirt.
A Planned Parenthood should that's gonna throw people off.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of like maybe putting like a Tesla shirt on.
Tesla?
Like a Joe Rogan shirt or something.
Oh, that's gonna get you a lot of back pats.
What if I throw on like an RFK shirt? Just really, or do they not like each other?
Actually, I don't know. I'm wondering if they think that that's gonna split the Dem vote, or if maybe that'll bite into him. I don't know.
I don't know
how they feel. I would just assume anyone that's not him is an enemy of the state. So fuck RFK is what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Is what I'm guessing they're gonna think.
Okay. Yeah, it should be quite interesting.
I would say tread lightly.
I'm not going to do anything.
Maybe a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt.
No, I don't want anyone coming up or doing anything because
wear a U.S. Marine.
I want
shirt.
free pierogies. Yeah, well then someone might be like, hey, what infantry? And then I got to be like, 45th Airborne.
Nice.
And they're just like, oh, my cousin was in that. I'm like,
I'm gonna call him right now.
What was his name? Sergeant. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, but it's always dicey with that event because, like I said, two parties are going on there, and it can always go either way. Because I've been like last time.
Was it overt? Was it like very overt last time?
Oh God, yeah. At one point, when I went to go up to get like another pierogi, like
you've mentioned that twice now. Were there just all you could eat pierogies?
There's a carving station. There's a sushi station. There's pretzels. Like, there's a whole thing, dude. You gotta come.
Why do you invite me to the Friday night event and not the Saturday night, or give me the option?
We're going to Aries Spears on Friday.
But see, that takes away.
I already got you tickets to that. I'm trying to get you tickets to something else here. Oh, I'm sorry.
You see how I can't double book.
Yeah, that's why I didn't invite you.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.